Hey, it's Goran with Chicagoland Foreclosures. Just wanted to shoot this quick video that I promised last week about the foreclosure list, and this one in particular is going to be talking a little bit about Fannie Mae foreclosures on HomePath. So once in a while you're going to get HomePath properties on the foreclosure list, and I just wanted to give some key points on strategies that we use to get better deals on these HomePath properties. I'm going to show you a few here that have been on the list, and I think one is currently on the list right now. And basically how we gauge where to come in at, the timeline with Fannie Mae, and possibly getting a better deal on these properties, or even winning the bid at all. So I'll point out 5 of the properties here. So here we have, let's see, 3935 Pacific. It was listed 26 days ago. You see here it's at $171,000. It first listed at $187,000. So typically what Fannie Mae will do is, if they nail the price down accurately, they're going to get this thing under contract within the first few days, first week. If sometimes they get these appraisals and they come in too high, they're testing their waters, whatever it might be, they're not getting offers, they drop the price every 30 days. And depending on the activity they've had will determine how big of a price drop takes place in that 30-day time period. So here you can see on Pacific, you can see that it was listed on 7/6, July 6th, this month, and then they actually did a price drop a week later. So they were high. They had no showings most likely that first week, and they knew that it was way too high. And that's why they had a significant price drop, or something happened to the actual condition of the property in that first week, right? So they dropped it $16,000 in 7 days. So that's not typical of Fannie Mae, but that's just one of them that happened. Here's a condo listed on June 8th. At 7523 Claremont. So they've been on the market 54 days. They first listed June 8th, and you see the first price drop was July 12th, so just about a month later, and they dropped it from 263 to 239, which also says, hey, they had no activity. They did a pretty drastic price drop. 20,000 plus, right? So this is a way to gauge where you're at, and it's one of the strategies we use is, if we know they're overpriced, we know they're going to price drop in 30 days or so. It's a little bit of a gamble. If we know they're kind of high out there in price, we'll go and put an offer in like on day 28 or so. Day 28, with that $20,000 less, they're going to drop anyway, so our offer is actually first on the table when that price drop happens, to where we're really close to their new price. We just need to gauge it, how far off we think they are in their price, depending on the condition of the property, and take that gamble of whether we're too low or right on the money when the actual price drop happens. Our offer looks the best. Here's another one. They just listed this last week or this week. Hasn't done a price drop, of course, yet on Normandy. Here's one on Henderson, same thing, 32 days. Now either Henderson, 6360 Henderson, is going to drop their price right about now, or they've got enough activity on the property and offers, and they're going to sit still. So this would be a good one to watch, just to see what happens, right? To gauge what's going on. The area is great, 6360 Henderson. What is that, around Belmont and Narragansett? I still think that's kind of priced high at $285, depending on the condition of the property. Let's see what it looks like real quick. Smaller home, but it looks like it's in move-in condition. They might have painted it and done whatever to it. I still think they're going to do a price drop. That's my opinion. I don't think they got offers at $285. 6272 Hyacinth, I guess that's how you pronounce it. $329 is their list price right now. $360 is what they listed at. And you can see here again, Alright, so when Fannie Mae took over, they took over in May 24th at 376 about, they listed it. You can see here, June 26th, a month later, they dropped it to 359. It's about 15K, right? 626, then they canceled out the market, put it back brand new. Again, they tried the same price at 360, 77. Price change came 20 days later, 329. So they dropped to 30K at that point. And that's where they're listed at right now. So this, again, would have been a perfect opportunity to come in. I mean, this is a great area. Again, a bungalow looks like it's got double dormers up top. Still above 300, even though it's in that area. That's why they're having trouble selling it. So the next thing to do on this particular property would be, of course, go take a look at it, gauge what the condition of the property is, and then possibly come in and around that time when they're going to drop the price again, right? So the price drop should be coming up, sometime soon. I know they shot a price drop early, but they did a $30,000 price drop, which could get them a decent amount of activity right now. That's just a little bit about Fannie Mae. Fannie Mae, you would have to go also, if it's on the list, you'd have to double check on homepath.com. So you go to homepath.com, type in the MLS number. Here's that one in Hyacinth. You can see it says active here. If it doesn't show up on this site, it's not available any longer. So the MLS doesn't update as fast as HomePath does. What HomePath does is it allows us to make an offer on this property. You need to have an agent, of course, to make the offer, and again, hopefully that's me. So we would put the offer in, and everything's automated. We need to give them 2 contracts, one for a regular estate contract that we do for any type of sale, and then a real estate purchase addendum, which is specific to Fannie Mae, which trumps the state contract. So it's 2 contracts that go out. We send that in. If there's multiple offers, within 20 to 30 minutes, I get notified right away that there are multiple offers on the property. If I don't get notified, we're the only offer that's submitted. So that's also another good thing to where the listing agent can't really cheat and say, hey, I got multiple offers on the property when he doesn't. So that's a good way to see where we're at, and if it comes back multiple offers, we know there's more competition and nobody's really lying about that, right? So those are a couple things a couple tips that we use on Fannie Mae. Again, a lot of the tips have to deal with homework and making sure that we accurately price the property too, right? So just because they've got it listed at a certain number doesn't mean that that's actually what it's worth. I've seen the opposite too. And that's when they go over list price. I've seen them listed at 200 when they should be listed at 250. But when they are listed high, you could take advantage of that by coming in at the 30-day mark, even the 60-day mark, when they do their second price drop. It all depends on how high they priced it and how aggressive they listed it, right? So that's just a little bit about Fannie Mae. Thanks for listening. Talk to you guys next week. Foreclosure list is coming again tomorrow morning. Thanks.